Hello everyone, Jonathan Schlack, EAS&Weather here with a severe weather update for the Day 2 outlook. We have a slight risk for severe weather tomorrow that covers central and eastern Montana, the western halves of North Dakota and South Dakota, northeastern Wyoming, central, southwestern, and northwestern Nebraska, far eastern Colorado, and central and western Kansas. And we have a marginal tomorrow that covers parts of central Montana, the eastern halves of North Dakota and South Dakota, most of Wyoming, far west central and eastern Nebraska, western Iowa, far western Iowa, central and eastern Utah, most of Colorado, far southwestern and eastern Kansas, northwestern Missouri, northeastern Arizona, northern New Mexico, much of the Texas Panhandle, and north central and northwestern Oklahoma. And we have a marginal tomorrow that covers southeastern North Carolina, southeastern South Carolina, southeastern North Carolina, southeastern South Carolina, and far southeastern Georgia. Going over to the tornado threat tomorrow, we have a 2% chance of likely a tornado tomorrow that covers central and eastern Montana, the western parts of North Dakota and South Dakota, central, southwestern, and northwestern Nebraska, far eastern Colorado, central and western Kansas, and northwest Oklahoma. And going over to the wind aspect of things for tomorrow, we have a 15% chance of damaging wind gusts of 58 miles per hour or higher in central and eastern Montana, the western halves of North Dakota and South Dakota, northeastern Wyoming, central, southwestern, and northwestern Nebraska, far eastern Colorado, and central and western Kansas. Now, we have a black dashed area for tomorrow that covers far northeastern Wyoming, central and southeastern Montana, southwestern North Dakota, and northwestern South Dakota. That black dashed area is where we have the potential, a 10% chance of damaging wind gusts of hurricane force, 74 miles per hour or higher, and we have a 5% chance of damaging wind gusts of 58 miles per hour or higher. That covers parts of central Montana, most of Wyoming, the eastern halves of North Dakota and South Dakota, far west central Nebraska, eastern Nebraska, far western Iowa, central and eastern Utah, most of Colorado, far southwestern and eastern Kansas, northwestern Missouri, northeastern Arizona, northern New Mexico, much of the Panhandle of Texas, and north central and northwestern Oklahoma. And going over here, we have a 5% chance of damaging wind gusts of 58 miles per hour or higher in southeastern North Carolina, southeastern South Carolina, and far southeastern Georgia. Going over to the hail, we have a 15% chance of hail of 1 inch in diameter or larger that covers central and eastern Montana, the western halves of North Dakota and South Dakota, northeastern Wyoming, central, southwestern, and northwestern Nebraska, far eastern Colorado, and western Kansas. Whoops, sorry, don't know, I just updated on me. And the black dashed areas indicates where we have a 10% chance of hail of 2 inches in diameter or larger, and that is in central and eastern Montana, far northeastern Wyoming, northwestern South Dakota, and western North Dakota. And we have a 5% chance of hail of 1 inch in diameter or larger that covers parts of central Montana, most of Wyoming, eastern Utah, much of Colorado, northeastern New Mexico, the Panhandle of Texas, north central and northwestern Oklahoma, far southwestern and eastern Kansas, the far western part of Nebraska, eastern Nebraska, northwestern Missouri, far western Iowa, and the eastern halves of North Dakota and South Dakota. And we have a 5% chance of hail 1 inch in diameter or larger tomorrow that covers southeastern North Carolina, southeastern South Carolina, and far southeastern Georgia. So Going over to the summary, severe thunderstorms are possible across parts of Montana into the northern and central plains on Thursday. So that's the day 2 outlook. Anyway, I will have another update tomorrow where I'll be filling in for SPC convective outlook. So stay tuned for that. And I will have another update tomorrow. And we have a severe risk today, by the way, across a lot of areas. So I've already covered that in the previous video, so you can check the previous video if you want more information on that. But stay safe in the affected areas both today and tomorrow. And I will have another update tomorrow where I'll be filling in for SPC convective outlooks. Take care.